hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Day 8 of Vlogmas. Don't know what this is. Day 8 of Vlogmas. Today I had planned, and I'm still gonna do a Q&A for you guys, but my original Q&A box that I posted on Instagram, the answers have disappeared because Instagram likes to do that sometimes. So thanks Instagram for ruining yet another one of my videos. However, I put one on maybe 10 minutes ago and I've got a few questions. Plus I did read the questions from the previous box. I just can't remember them all. So I'll just answer the ones that like stuck out to me from the last box as well. The first question that really stuck out to me was, someone said, did you give all of that money that your dad lent to you for the house build back to him? So my dad actually lent us $25,000 from his business account, and we haven't given that back to him yet because we had paid our builder our deposit already. So our builder took $18,000 of a deposit off us and they're yet to give that back to us. So we're trying to chase it up, but the lady, if you watch my previous videos, the lady who was in charge of our build was freaking hopeless. Like, we could not get a hold of her. And even after we told her that we're not going ahead with the build because the finances fell through, she never responded for like a week or so. So I'm pretty sure within that week, she was still spending that deposit that we had given her for things to do with the build. So we haven't got the money back yet. We don't know how much we're going to get back, and we don't know how much of it she's spent after we've already told her we're not going ahead with the build. We'd sent it to her in an email because she's literally impossible to get a hold of on the phone, like literally impossible. So that's interesting. However, we are planning on giving the full $25,000 back to him. We also had $10,000 of our own money from selling Luke's red car, and then an extra $10,000 that Dad gave us from the family trust. So that $10,000 that Dad's given us from the family trust is money that I would pay tax on. And so I'm not, like, he's told me that he doesn't want that money back and that that's his gift to us to start as a foundation to continue to save, to build or buy sometime in the future. So the $25,000, once we finally get our deposit back from Metricon, if they ever process it, like, they're absolutely useless. Don't recommend Metricon if you're looking to build a home. Once we get that back, we're giving the $25,000 back in full to Dad to put back into his business account. And then, like I said, the $10,000 from the family trust is a gift to start saving, like it's a building block to start saving in the future. And then we also still have that $10,000 from the car as well, which we've spent a little bit of that on getting the puppy and the kitten and so, things like that. So that is the answer to that question. No, we haven't paid him back, but yes, we are absolutely planning on doing that if Metricon ever get off their assholes and give us our money back. How do you keep things exciting in the bedroom / relationship? Okay, this is gonna get super personal here. I'm sorry, Luke. I don't like it. Luke and I know this is gonna sound so boring. Luke and I are pretty vanilla when it comes to the bedroom. We're not into any like S&M shit or like, I don't even know, like what else is there? I don't know. We're both pretty vanilla when it comes to the bedroom. More so Luke than I when it comes to the vanilla. Like, there's been a few things that I've wanted to try that he's not felt comfortable with, or I don't know, he's just pretty vanilla. But I think because he's the right person for me and we, oh, it sounds so lame, but like we're made for each other, it doesn't get boring. Like, I've never slept with Luke and been like, this is boring, or like thought about what I'm having for dinner the next day or whatever. So I don't know. The answer to that question for me would just be with the right person, because I have absolutely been in relationships where I was thinking about what's for dinner or like work obligations during. So being with the right person definitely helps keep it interesting. However, we've only been together for like since 2018, or like August 2018. So like 2 and a bit years? Yeah, like 2 and a bit years we've been together. So I feel like maybe we haven't had time for it to get boring in that time frame. I'm not sure, but to keep it interesting, we just have lots of sex. Like, we just do it a lot. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know how to answer that question. Favorite quality of each member of your family. So I could not even pick. I know that you're supposed to pick one, and that's the question. But with Luke, oh my gosh, he's like every single quality of his I love. There's not a single quality of Luke's that I don't absolutely love. Okay, I'm gonna say for Luke, his calmness, because I'm a very like anxious, tightly wound person, and his calm is just like everything to me. Like I need that in my life. So I'm gonna say, even though I love everything about him and he's got so many amazing qualities, his calmness and his patience, oh wait, no, that's two. Can I combine them? How he's just calm with me. That's my favorite of Luke's. I'll go from like oldest to youngest. Me, I don't like myself very much now that I have gotten this question. Oh, maybe my honesty. Like I feel like I'm a super honest person. I'm just gonna go with that. Lily, her like compassion, especially for animals and things like that. Like she's just so compassionate and she really, really cares. Jet, he's very cuddly and affectionate, that's the word. Jet's very affectionate, so he is happy to like snuggle up on the couch with you and he'll come up and give you cuddles and things like that. That's probably my favorite thing of Jet's. Talia, her sass, man, like also my least favorite quality of hers, but also my favorite because she's gonna make for an amazing, strong, independent, like sassy adult who doesn't take shit from no one. So even though now her sass is like really hard and difficult to deal with, it's like, I really like that she has a bit of sass in her. And then Evie, oh, she's just the sweetest kid. So her quality is just like sweetness. Her aura, she's so sweet. She's just the sweetest kid. Anyone that's met her says the same thing. She's so relaxed and just sweet. Is FIFO a forever thing for you guys? Tips please, my partner is starting soon and we have a 1-year-old. FIFO, I don't know if it's a forever thing. Forever is a long time, but it's definitely for the foreseeable future that he will be doing FIFO because it is such good money and we do want to build some savings behind us and maybe buy a house in the future. So I wouldn't say forever. I would probably say, if I had to guess, maybe like 5 years or so. I have no idea. We've never discussed this before, but if I had to randomly guess, it would be somewhere between like 5 years. I was gonna say 5 to 10 years, but even 5 years sounds like a long time to do this. It's his qualification, like he's a qualified diesel mechanic. So I don't know whether, it's up to him. Like it's up to him whether he wants to continue to do this. It also depends on when I go back to work. I don't know when I'm gonna go back to work, probably once Evie's in school. At that point, his wage won't need to be so high because I will be working as well. But for now, just to support our like pretty large family, with me not working, he needs a pretty high paying job. So he gets paid very decent money out at the mine. So it's not forever, but until I go back to work, that's just how it has to be. And tips for like the going away, the FIFO. As you guys know, my previous relationship, he was in the army. And he was just away all the time. Like he left for an entire year and I saw him maybe 2 times in that year, maybe 2 or 3 times. So I was very used to and just like not comfortable with, but just like used to being by myself and not having my partner around. So that kind of set me up for FIFO, I think. I think if I had have been with someone who was at home all the time or worked and came home every night, and then got thrown into FIFO, I think I would have really, really struggled to adjust to the FIFO lifestyle. But because I'd been in my previous marriage where he was literally never home, having Luke home for that whole week is just amazing. Like the week home makes it all worth it. The money aside, like when Luke was working for my dad and he was working like 6 days a week, yeah, I got to see him every night, but I didn't get to see him all day, and then he would come home at like 5 o'clock or whatever in the afternoon, go to bed early and get up early the next day. So even though I got to see him every day, it wasn't quality time together, and it was like we didn't get to do anything. And then sometimes, like most of the time, he would work Saturdays as well, so we would only get Sundays together. So even though he's flying away at the moment and he's gone for an entire week and I don't see him for that week, he he comes home and he's home for an entire week, and we get to spend all day together. We get to spend all night together. It's quality, uninterrupted time that we can choose to do with what we wish. The weeks away suck, yeah, but it's totally worth it when he comes home and we get quality time together for an entire week. Another question that I remember, I think on the previous box, was how are you coping having a puppy and a kitten now that you have a puppy and a kitten and 4 kids? The puppy stage I knew was going to be really, really hard. He's crying and then like pouring at the door. He's in a aircon at the moment. I knew the puppy stage was going to be hard, and I honestly could have gone my whole life without having another puppy or another kitten. I know that I do talk about struggling to juggle everything at once, and then people are like, why would you get a puppy? If I'm being completely honest with you, and Luke knows this, I didn't want a puppy. I didn't really want a cat either, but the cat's been super easy to deal with. Like, we got him at a very young age. Kitten, never had an accident in the house, super chill cat, like he's fine. But the puppy I knew was gonna be hard work. He sleeps in our bed because if he doesn't, he just whinges and cries, which is something that we need to actually train out soon, because he's gonna be a huge dog. Like, he's a Great Dane, so he's gonna be giant and he's not gonna fit in our bed for much longer. So we do need to train him out to sleep probably in his crate at nighttime. I'm struggling a little bit, if I'm being completely honest with you, to fit everything in, because on top of filming and editing for hours a day, I've got, you know, all the kids, and now I've got a puppy that I'm trying to clean up after when Luke's not home, because he's still peeing inside, he's still pooing inside. I don't really know much about dogs and training them. Luke's the one that knows everything about that. Like, he's done his research, he knows how to train them, he knows what to do, but he's not here to do the training half of the time. So it's just made it a little bit more difficult to fit everything into my day, especially considering when he does pee or poo on the floor, I have to clean it up straight away, like regardless of what I'm doing, because one of the kids will step in it, or Evie will splash in it, or like try to eat his poo or something. So it's been really stressful in that respect. But I know once he's trained and Luke has trained him and he's not, and you know, and he's toilet trained, and he's out of our bed at nighttime, I know it will be fine. Like, I know he's gonna be a good dog and it will pretty much go back to normal. But speaking on the dog side of things, it's actually really affected Luke's and my sex life. Like, I'm really open about our sex life on social media. I know, probably shouldn't be. There are aspects of our relationship that we do keep private and don't put on social media, but I'm just very open about my sex life in general to like pretty much anyone. So having the dog sleep in our bed has really affected our sex life, because if we come into the room without him, he will, like what he's doing now, like sit at the door and whinge, and I'm just not really okay with that, especially when the kids are asleep. So it's really, we've gone from like 3 to 4 times a day to like maybe every other day because of our puppy. Which is bizarre to me, because we have 4 kids and we still manage to fit in 3 to 4 times a day. But now that we have a puppy, it's like, oh well, bye sex life. Like, I don't know, that's the answer to the puppy is I'm struggling a little bit, but it's not forever. So I'm trying to remember that it's not forever, but it's really hard. It's hard, guys. What's your glasses RX? You talk about being blind, but they don't look that strong. I'm not sure what RX is, if I'm being honest with you. I have astigmatism and short-sightedness, whichever the one is where you can't see far away. I have that and astigmatism. And my astigmatism is past the point of being allowed to wear contacts. Like, no contacts will fix my eyes now because they are really bad. And to get my glasses not look that strong, I have to pay an extra like $200 or something to have them thinned out. So these glasses were like $500 out of pocket. Because of how bad my eyesight is. Legally, I need them to drive. I need them to see anything. I literally can't see anything without them. Everything's blurry and light flares because of my astigmatism. At nighttime, there's like light flares everywhere and I just can't see. I am like really, 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 really blind. Obviously not legally fully blind, but yeah, my optometrist has said that I need to get laser eye surgery because my eyes are really, really bad, but because it's declining so rapidly and my eyes are getting worse every single year, I can't get laser eye surgery. Your eyes need to be steady for like, I think it's a year or 2 before you're allowed to get laser eye surgery, but because they're deteriorating really rapidly, I don't qualify for laser eye surgery, but I have a really, really bad case of astigmatism, and that's, yeah, I am blind. I'm not lying. I really am. Like, I cannot see without them. So if you ever see me out in public and I'm not wearing my glasses, don't bother, like, don't wave at me from afar and expect me to see you waving and think I'm a rude bitch because I'm not waving back. I literally can't see. How is Evie going sleeping? Is she consistently sleeping through the night now? No. She did have a couple of nights where she did sleep through the night after Luke sleep trained her, but then he went away and she got gastro, so I was nursing her a lot. I had basically fully weaned her from breastfeeding and she wasn't feeding throughout the day, and I was like, this is the night that I'm not gonna nurse her throughout the night. And then she got gastro and obviously just wanted to nurse all the time and didn't want to eat anything and didn't want formula. Nursing was the only thing I could do. So we're back to nursing now, and I do need to wean her again, but she's definitely much, much better since Luke has sleep trained her. She does have nights where she sleeps through. Not last night, but the night before, she completely slept through from when I put her down at 6 o'clock until like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. So she is having nights where she's sleeping through, but it's not consistent. She does have, she does wake up once throughout the night sometimes. Once is like the most she wakes up now though, which is amazing because she was still waking up every 2 hours before he sleep trained her. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave this Q&A here. I'm sorry if it was boring. There was a bunch more questions on the previous box, but like I said, Instagram deleted it all. The dog's whinging at me, the baby's awake. I've got to go and do mum duties. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed day 8 of Vlogmas. I'm sorry that it was a little boring. Don't forget to subscribe below if you want to follow our journey. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next Vlogmas video. Bye.